Hi there, I'm Shannon Burke, Interpretive Naturalist with Marin County Parks, and today we're going to talk about turret spiders. Turret spiders are in a primitive group of spiders called mygalomorphs, and in this group you also have tarantulas and trapdoor spiders and another kind of spider that we have here in Marin called a false aggressive tarantula. So turret spiders are in that group, and they are primitive spiders, and they're different from all the other spiders in the world because of their jaws, basically, the way their jaws move. So most spiders, their jaws kind of move this way, which means that they can capture prey when they're hanging in a web or hanging out on a flower or something like that. And the mygalomorphs, their jaws actually just move up and down. So that means that they have to be able to impale their prey against a substrate. So all of these spiders actually live in the ground. They dig burrows, and they dig burrows with their jaws. And then what they do is they take a combination of the soil and saliva, and they line the whole burrow with that, and it actually waterproofs that burrow. And then they line it with silk. And you can tell the difference between a trapdoor spider and a turret spider, which are two of the common spiders in this group that we have here in Marin, by the top of the burrow and how it looks. So a turret is the kind of roundish part on a castle that sticks up. And so these turret spiders, the top of their burrow extends past the soil, and it has this little crown. So it kind of looks like a turret. So that's why they're called turret spiders. A lot of spiders only live for about a year, but mygalomorphs, this primitive group of spiders, are actually really long-lived spiders. And so the males might live to be about 5 or 6 years old, and then they end up leaving their burrow and they walk around and they look for females to mate with. And the females are super long-lived. They can live for over 16 years. And they hang out in their burrow all year round, and they wait for males to find them in order to mate. But otherwise, they just remain in their burrow, and they even give young in their burrow, and then the baby spiders live with them for a while, and the mother provides them food, and so she kind of mushes it up, and then the babies can feed on that, and so that helps to keep them from basically eating each other. A lot of spiders eat each other when they're young, and so it reduces cannibalism. And then also they get to be a little bit bigger, so then when they disperse they have a better chance of surviving. And you can tell the size of the spider based on the size of the opening of the burrow. So sometimes you get these tiny little tubes, and you know that those are baby spiders, and sometimes you get bigger tubes that could be like the diameter of a nickel or even larger, and chances are those are adult females. And so the size of the abdomen corresponds with the size of the hole. So you can gauge how old these spiders are just looking at their burrows. Their burrows are super camouflaged, so they can be really hard to see, but if you look in the leaf litter, sometimes you can see these tubes sticking up, and usually they're under Douglas fir trees, and you can get the Douglas fir needles radiating around the top of the turret. So here you can see that it's made of silk. It has a little bit of give, and it extends out from the ground so that when it rains, the water washes around the tube. And then you can see here that this one is bigger, so this is an older spider, a bigger spider, and this one is smaller. These spiders are nocturnal, so that means that during the daytime they're down inside their burrows and they're hidden away from view, and at night they come up to the top of their burrow and they lie in wait for insects to walk by. And so they're covered, spiders in general, typically have a lot of little hairs all over their bodies, and these hairs sense airborne and soil-borne vibrations. So what they do is they hang out at the top of the turret and they just kind of peek out. And then if an insect walks by, they can pick up on those vibrations, they feel it coming, and they jump out and they grab it and they pull it back into the burrow so that they can eat it in safety. As you can see, their burrows are really cryptic and they can be a little bit hard to find, but if you're in a habitat that's kind of like a moist woodland habitat and you have a nice shaded bank, take a second to just peek around, because you might actually find one. And if you find one, a lot of times you'll find many. So keep an eye out next time you're out on the trails.